Hello, everyone. So, this is going to be the wall that we're going to really work on. We're also going to do the precast for the openings and just trying to get as much done as possible. So, enjoy.
Add a little bit more. That way your bed joint um, isn't empty. When it's angled too much, that's when you have that little bit you have to fill. But it's good to angle it to get it on there. And then if you go back over it and add a little bit like straight up and down, then you won't be going and filling it later.
So, unfortunately, the footage is not the greatest because when you're learning something new or you never did something before, you're trying to focus, so you can't really focus on the other things. So, yeah, but I was really happy to learn because I wasn't able to really um, be taught because we're trying to finish. It's a lot to do. You had to do a lot of measurements and just it will just make things longer. So, yeah, it was really fun though. But my wrist, hoo-wee. I wish I can tell you guys how many times I had to mix the mud. And Nick did too, but I always felt that I was doing more. And oh my God, I had to get the cobwebs off my experience on stuccoing when I was in construction. And I kept putting too much water or it got too thick. And just mixing it was just like, wow. And I know some people's going to be, where's your mixture? No, we're trying to save money. And besides, my arms and shoulders were getting toned. So it was it was the best part of it. The sacrifice I took to mix that mud so Nick can just keep on going. So yeah. Installing the precast for all the openings was going to be the biggest challenge in building the block home. There were only 4 that were doable, and it was also very nerve-wracking on how heavy the precast are. And it's just me, Nick, and the lift. We didn't want any one of us to get hurt in the process, but Nick did do a lot of planning, a lot of thinking before attempting. We took our time and we had a lot of communication. So he had the strength and I was the support because I have spaghetti arms, unfortunately. So we got the precast up. We just got 3 more to do. It was not easy, but we got a AC lift to lift them up. And Nick is Hercules today. And yeah, so I'm gonna give you guys a preview in just a sec. So the lift was very helpful. I know for other contractors, they have their own way, and we made it work, and no one got hurt. Everyone was good, and I recommend. So the Jackery power station has been our best friend this entire building process. And I do not have temporary power. I paid the fee in March and it's October, so I think they're going by the progress of the build. But the Jackery was just fantastic and I highly recommend. So this was pretty simple. This is like the final thing we do after putting the lintel block up. This is the final layer of the block walls, and it only got challenging when it was like 4 rebar that you have to tie together. But overall, it was pretty easy. We got there's a couple more courses around certain areas where we just put the headers on yesterday, and I'm excited. I just got a good price for the concrete and the pump to fill the cells, so I'm really happy with that. So we're just gonna see, and yeah. Up next is part 3 of the building the block wall. Bye.